What's up, everybody? I'm Seslowsky. Thanks for tuning back into RosterWatch. We made it. The 2020 NFL draft season is here. You're more than likely drafting your team this week or in the next few days. RosterWatch has been with you all offseason long, giving you actionable intelligence to help you prepare for your fantasy football drafts. Today on this video, we're going to go over a few situations and give you some last-minute advice and clarity on situations happening around the NFL. The first situation is the Jacksonville Jaguars backfield. The Jaguars released Leonard Fournette last week, and most of the fantasy world was shocked. Loyal followers of RosterWatch had boots-on-the-ground information provided by our co-founder, Byron Lambert, 2 weeks before that news broke. Byron reported that Fournette was going to be part of a committee at best, and that being waived was likely in play. The move leaves the door open for Chris Thompson as a viable PPR play late in your draft. The draft market is gravitating towards 2019 fifth-round, second-year player Raquel Armstead as an early down option. On the RosterWatch podcast number 280, our co-founder Alex Dunlap talked with special guest Evan Silva. Both of them identified 2019 waiver wire claim Divino Zigbo on the Jaguars as a sharp pivot play in season-long drafts. The second piece of last-minute advice we're going to give you is trying to avoid draft traps. Every year there are traps at different parts of the draft. We're going to define a trap as the part of the draft where ADP pushes up players of position scarcity who are clearly less talented than the players going after the trap players. In 2020, the third and fourth round are loaded with trap plays. Leonard Fournette would have been a great example before his release of a player that is considered a trap. If you follow the ultimate draft cheat sheet and its 3 simple rules and don't bastardize the cheat sheet, you will avoid traps. Todd Gurley is another player that we could consider a trap. On paper, Gurley looks like the lead runner on an Atlanta offense that projects to score points. Referring once again to podcast number 280, where special guest Evan Silva appeared, he expressed concern that Gurley's knee issue could be a bigger concern than the draft market believes. He cited the artificial turf in Atlanta, which could elevate the risk of injury. Drafting running backs in the first 2 rounds will let you shop for wide receivers in the 3rd and 4th rounds. There will be running backs that are viable in the 5th round and later should you run into a problem like Cam Akers and Kerryon Johnson. A quick reminder that the 2020 RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet is available now at RosterWatch.com. The revolutionary cheat sheet that changed fantasy football forever is back, only at RosterWatch.com. The RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet, all you need to do is follow 3 simple rules. That's it. It couldn't be any easier, and an expert quality fantasy football draft is guaranteed. The RosterWatch Ultimate Draft Cheat Sheet is available now at RosterWatch.com. The last piece of advice we'd like to give you is about the Buffalo Bills running backs. Now, all offseason long, Devin Singletary had a top 5 round ADP. Back in March, when best ball drafts first started, he was routinely going in round 3. After the real NFL draft, when the Bills drafted 3rd-round rookie Zack, Singletary dropped about a round to the 4th. And in August, the buzz around Zack is that he's been a standout in camp and could have an immediate role that consists of high-value touches. Pro Football Focus had Zack as their RB1 in this loaded class pre-draft. RosterWatch is still exercising caution on Moss before his 8th-round ADP. Moss's TD upside could be limited by quarterback Josh Allen's ability to score rushing touchdowns. Josh Allen has had an eye-popping 17 rushing touchdowns over his first 2 seasons. Even if we regress that number to about 4.5 touchdowns for Josh Allen, it's still a significant cap on Moss's TD equity. Moss is a fine play at ADP, but RosterWatch doesn't recommend jumping ahead of the field to draft him. Singletary is a fade in the 5th round, but a viable play in the 6th round or later. Okay, RosterWatch Nation, that's it for today. Remember to like and subscribe to get notifications when we go live, and leave us a comment in the video. We will comment back. And good luck in your draft. Bye-bye.